Criston Cole's army is purportedly making a triumphal return to King's Landing after Rook's Rest, parading Meleys' head through the streets and claiming credit for defeating the treacherous dragon to Aegon. If the purpose of this display was to bring happiness and hope back to the people, it certainly fails to do so. Several people in the crowd comment that it's a black omen, a terrible sign of things to come, and another voice notes that Rhaenyra will probably have an answer for this abomination. But as for Aegon himself, the severely injured king is, without fanfare, carried through the city and into the Red Keep in a covered box, so that no one among the common people may testify to the full extent of his wounds, while they are preoccupied with the more noticeable exhibition of Meleys' head. In addition to the numerous shattered bones he received when he and Sunfyre fell to the ground, Grand Maester notes in his initial examination of Aegon's wounds that burns appear to cover most of the king's body. It's anyone's guess whether Aegon will overcome death at this point, as he stands on the edge of both. Unless you're among those who have read Fire and Blood and are aware of how everything ends. Otherwise, we're officially in the realm of non-book spoilers. However, as Aemond notes, someone will need to be chosen to reign in his place in the meantime, and most of the episode revolves around the subject of who that someone will be. After noticing that her younger son is wearing Aegon's cat's paw blade, Alicent becomes more uncomfortable with him and approaches Criston directly to inquire about Aemond's involvement in all of this. If the Hand of the King knows the truth or is just as ignorant as others, his devotion to Alicent doesn't seem to go far. Alicent is the one who brings up the topic of a regent during the small council meeting. She first suggests herself for the role because she previously held one when Viserys was nearing the end of his life. However, the other council members object to the notion of a female regent, especially during a war. One notes that Aemond, the king's immediate successor, is the logical choice. Although Alicent doesn't explicitly accuse her son of being responsible for his brother's current situation, she does refute the notion by bringing out Aemond's youth and lack of self-control. However, not many others at the table appear to be willing to look her in the eye. Orwyle makes an effort to support her, but everyone else is in favor of Aemond, including Larys, Tyland Lannister, and Jasper Wilda. Criston, who hasn't said anything until now, votes in favor of her son and rejects Alicent's position. When Aemond takes the king's seat at the head of the table, Alicent appears to have finally realized that her voice in this chamber no longer matters. This is especially evident when Aemond says that no one in King's Landing will be allowed to leave and that the gates should be locked right away. All that the Hand saw at Rook's Rest is now proof that they have formally given this war to the dragons. Thus, it should be a dragon rider who leads them, Alicent says later, when she confronts Criston about his choice to turn against her.